So what's going on, my Jamaica fans? Welcome to another informative and exciting video. If this is your first time visiting my channel, my name is Junior Sterling, and Jamaica is a channel that brings you positive, informative and uplifting news from Jamaica. So please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. So this is the second part of a two-part video that talks about how to invest in the Jamaica stock market. In part one, I talk about the performance of the Jamaica Stock Exchange compared to some of the other major indexes across the world. And I also talk about how you can register for an investment account with JMB, one of the major brokers out of the 13 that is listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange. So for this video, I'm gonna show you how you can purchase stock on the JMB platform. So without further ado, let's just jump over to the JMB website. So assume that you've already registered with JMB, you have your investment account, and you set up online access, and you want to go ahead and buy some shares. So you pretty much click on that money online link that I just clicked on, and you select your location, JMB Bank Jamaica, and once you're on this login portal page, you select corporate or personal, and obviously it would be personal. So you enter personal and we come to this login page and let's enter my credentials. So once you have logged into your account, you're taken to this portfolio summary page. So from here, if you want to purchase a stock, you go to the transaction tab and select new transaction. Next, you're taken to the new transaction page. Here you have a couple of options, but the only two you need to worry about is your transaction type and your source account. I have only one equity account, so and that's already pre-selected, so I don't have to do nothing there. Yeah, transaction type, click my drop list and select buy stock. Here we take into your purchase equity stock page. As you can see, we have three tabs: the all, that shows all the stocks that are listed on the Jamaica stock market; JSE, which shows the stocks that are listed on the main exchange; and JNR, that shows the stocks that are listed on the junior exchange. The difference between these two exchanges is their tax liabilities. Stocks that are listed on the junior exchange gets a tax break from the government, I think for 5 to 10 years, which I think is a very good opportunity because it gives them a chance to really expand and grow their business. While stocks are listed on the main market are more mature companies, so they have to pay tax. So we're just gonna look find a cheap stock to invest in. Let's just pick this one here, this 1834 Investment Limited. Check and select that stock and click continue. From here we're bring to the order detail page. At the top we get a some high level information about the stock, what exchange it's on, symbol, what was the price at last closing, and how many units you own. Next we move to the execution date, which is normally set to your current date. That's fine. From there we go to your transaction amount. We have two options here, quantity and value. If you select quantity, just enter the how many units you want to buy. As you can see, we have a minimum order of 100 units, so you could buy a minimum of 100 or more, or you could select value and enter a dollar value here, and the system will calculate how much unit that works out to. For this tutorial, I'm gonna go with quantity and just select the minimum, enter the minimum order. Next we go to our market or order type. We have two options. We have our market price and a limit price. So our market price is the market value at the time of purchase. This can be a little bit tricky because stocks are always changing. So for me, I always go with limit price because you know exactly what price you will get the stock at. But for this tutorial, I'm gonna just go with limit price. Good market price. Next we go to our time in force. Normally the good till date is normally 30 days out, but for me, I always try to, I want to purchase my stock the same day. You could have either select the current date here right here, or you could just go to day order, and see you have some other options here like good till month or good till week, whichever you prefer. Next we go to another option, personal notes. I think this is a very good option. The JMB site is still evolving, so certain information like portfolio performance is not as readily available, so it's good to add some note here when you set up your transaction. Notes like what price you purchased the stock at, so you could know if you're gaining or losing. But for now, I'm gonna leave it empty. Let's continue. So now we at the order summary page, and it give you a summary of your order. Here we could see we were purchasing 100 units, and the order type we selected market, and the price per unit is $1, and we're buying 100 units, so the markup value is 102. And here we have some fees, the JMB commission, and Jamaica Stock Exchange fees and GCTs, and your total will be $103.29. If you're satisfied with what you see, you click continue. Okay, so now we're at the final step. All you gotta do is enter your PIN, and this PIN should have been created when you set up your equity account. Normally it's a 4-digit PIN, so all you would have to do is enter your 4-digit PIN and process all transactions, and that's it. However, I'm not going to purchase the stock, but this is where the tutorial ends, and this is where once you enter your PIN and process all transaction, then your order have been submitted. So if you enjoy this tutorial, please subscribe to my channel and drop a like, and thank you guys for watching.